Ever felt frustrated because you had a conversation with someone that did not go anywhere? You misunderstood the person or the person misunderstood you. What happened? What did you do about it? Did you find ways and solutions to really resolve it? Well, communication is very important in our relationships, but sometimes we find ourselves very frustrated because we don't really know how to have conversations and communicate well so that we can maintain our close relationships. So in this video, I want to take you through some strategies that can help you maintain effective communication and build your connections. Rise and grind, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing to get more of my transformational content. And while you're here, hit the like button for me. The first thing you need to know in maintaining effective communication is active listening. We all need to practice active listening. It is very important. One way to practice active listening is being a heart with an ear. Being a heart with an ear means really listening without interruption, really being engaged in a conversation. And one thing to really ensure that you are understanding the other person is paraphrasing and summarizing what the person have said. Also, you can do more by asking open-ended questions. Asking questions pertaining to what a person said. That really shows that you are engaged and you are really connected in the conversation that you're having. You can further practice active listening by asking probing questions, digging deep into what a person said, and that makes the person feel comfortable in sharing more. If a person really trusts you, they can open up. You can use verbal affirmation to show that you are engaged and you are actively listening to the person by saying words like, yes, I totally understand. Yes, I get it. Much understood. That sounds good. These are not all obviously, but you know what I mean. You can affirm what the person is saying to show that you are indeed engaged in a conversation. Active listening helps you understand the perspective of others, and it also helps you to respond thoughtfully to what a person is saying. It helps you in building very good connection and also building trust with people you are engaged in conversations with. Active listening helps you to identify critical information. It also helps you to identify problems. If you're actively engaged in the conversation, you're able to identify some of these problems and come up with solutions to help the person resolve something that they're dealing with. My second point is be clear and concise. Avoid using jargons and unnecessary complexities. You can speak in simple terms, not using big words or not using figurative expressions that are difficult to understand. It's so easy to try to impress the person, articulating something to them using idiomatic expressions or big words. But if the person is not really understanding what you're saying, it really becomes meaningless because it's not going anywhere because the person is not catching on or understanding what you're saying. Communicate your ideas thoughtfully, concisely, and clearly. That makes you a good communicator because communication is not really about how much we say, but it's about the quality of the things that we're saying. If the person is understanding, that means you have accomplished your goal. You don't want to just say things just to say it, but to say things to have a point for the person to understand with a call to action to convey information to the person. If you're speaking a language or speaking in a way that the person is not understanding, it pretty much becomes meaningless. Being clear and concise shows that you are knowledgeable about the subject matter and the topic at hand. My third point is show empathy. If you really want to show that you care, you really have to put yourself in the person's shoes. Feel what they feel. Try to engage with your feelings. Recognize your emotions and feelings and also recognize their viewpoints. It's very important in ensuring that you are showing empathy and compassion for the person. By showing empathy, you are fostering understanding for the person's situation, understanding for the person's emotion and feelings. If you continue to do that, the person is going to trust you with their problems and issues. Not that they're going to dump it on you, but they can assure that they will have somebody to lean on to share their problems with. My fourth point is providing constructive feedback. One key aspect of communication is providing constructive feedback. You are not looking to judge people or criticize them ruthlessly. You are looking to really add value to people. By adding value to people, you are really helping them in getting better at something. You want to provide positive and constructive feedback to people that you are engaged in conversations with. You want to be specific, you want to be positive, you also want to be understanding, and also you want to be timely. You don't want to wait for so long to provide feedback for the person, because you are missing an opportunity to add value to the person's life. It helps the person perform better and also helps them in improving in ways it could definitely grow in. My fifth point is show openness to feedback. Avail yourself and be open to receiving feedback, because it's going to help you develop and grow in areas that you have weakness in. Listen attentively without interruption or without being defensive to what a person is telling you. Many times we don't like to hear what can be good for us. We like to hear what makes us feel good or something that really doesn't help us grow. We like affirmations. A lot of times we're not really open for criticism. We have to avail ourselves for feedbacks and criticism as well. Number 6 is ensure flexibility. We have to ensure flexibility in our communication. We have to make ourselves available when we have to and accommodate for having certain crucial conversations. We have to be adaptable, be open to new ideas, changes, and approaches. Being flexible increases reliability. People see you as a reliable person, trusted person. When there is an opportunity to engage with you, they don't hesitate. They know who to go to. Number 7 is learn effective nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is just as important as verbal communication, but a lot of times we don't really pay attention to the nonverbal part of our conversations. Pay attention to your tone, your body language, and also facial expressions. Make eye contact, have a confident posture, and your facial expressions are very important. Number 8, practice time management. Practicing time management is really important. How you do that is really respecting people's schedules. When you have a scheduled time to communicate with a person, make it a point to make yourself available for that scheduled time with a person. And also it demonstrates the respect you have for the person that you're going to be engaging in a conversation with. Number 9 is practice conflict resolution. We have to learn techniques for conflict resolutions to resolve disagreements with people in our personal communication or in our professional settings. Find ways and techniques for mutual beneficial solutions. You have to show your willingness to engage in conflict resolution, finding ways to work with a person to ensure that there is an agreement on both ends. Practicing effective conflict resolution really ensures peace in relationships, and it really goes a long way and builds harmony professionally and interpersonally. 10 is learning ways for team building. When you find yourself in a group setting or working in a team, it is always important to find ways to build connection. Some ways to do that is participating in team building activities if it aligns with the values and your interests. Networking events help, and participating in group settings also helps a lot to really help you get comfortable in working with a team or working in a group settings. Putting yourself out there in group settings really boosts your confidence. It really strengthens your relationships and foster your collaborative skills. Number 11 is practice regular communication. It is very important to keep your channels of communication open so that you can engage in communication. The more you communicate, the better you get. You don't want to put yourself in a box. Continue to stay in touch. It really goes a long way. There are a ton of techniques and skills out there that you can find to help you improve your communication. That's all I have for you. I hope you find value in this. Feel free to comment in the comment box. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you have not already. Keep on grinding and see you in the next video.